This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Alright, we got Niv Mizzet Reborn, who's really strong but very hard to cast. C-Double, I think, is a pretty good card, even if you can't get both halves of it going. Xerx Strobe Knight, Invasion of Belanon are pretty good. Sculpted Perfection is a nice signpost uncommon. They all are, really. Yeah. All three of these three uncommons and are rare are all pretty good. So, yeah. Where do I go? Maybe the rare, just because it's early and I want to play with it. Seems like a good tiebreaker. Yeah, if we end up in blue-black, this can be particularly absurd. But even not in blue-black, and if you can only choose one mode, you're usually going to have a decent one. And sometimes it can just be insane. So, ooh, this is strong. Ooh, we also got a companion, though. I did like companions in Limited. I mean, they were kind of annoying before the errata, but this is interesting. So, Lutri is very easy to make your companion. Like, very easy. Because you just have to have a singleton deck, which is like 90% of Limited decks. Maybe 75%, but you know what I mean. Doomscar Warrior is strong. Yeah, it's a question of whether Lutri is stronger. I mean, Lutri in a vacuum probably isn't stronger, but Lutri starting as your companion probably is stronger than Doomscar Warrior. So I think we go for it. Let's take the companion. Nombo is C-Double. Yeah, that part is kind of funny. Like, how many cards actually say this spell can't be copied on them? You know, and we got one. So we'll put Lutri over here. I guess I'll leave it in here because maybe I'll forget and grab like a second copy of something, which just doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, so Xerx Strobe Knight's really good, so I think we'll take it. Into the Fire's not bad, but it's more situational. Strobe Knight's just like a good card. I do like Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart a fair bit too, but I think I'll take a monocolored card. I think it might be the only spell that can't be copied. I guess every spell with split second can't be copied because nothing can go on the stack when they're on the stack. So, that's about it. So if I get a second C-Double, Lutri would just go in my deck, probably. Oh yeah, Into the Fire doing damage to battles definitely matters. Definitely matters. Definitely matters. How can you copy spells? I mean, it depends on how you do it. But you can't do it with Lutri, I guess, is what I'm saying. So here's a Protocol Knight. We could end up being a blue-white deck. Invasion of Muraganda is pretty good. We drafted one last time and didn't get it, which was sad. It was a sad day. I'm probably going to take it here. See, I mean, I don't really desperately want to be blue-green again, but I do think Invasion of Muraganda is really good. I think Ramosian Greatsword's pretty good too, but I think you have to end up in the right kind of deck. We have both good Knight payoffs in this pack, which is interesting. I don't hate Etched Familiar either, so... yeah, I think we take the Invasion. Removal spell, battle, just seems like a good thing. Okay. So, yeah. I think Tangled Skyline's really good. We did get one in the last draft, and it was good when we got it. Gloomfang Mauler's pretty good. These blue cards are okay, but I do feel like Skyline is enough better that I want to take it. It's going to be weird if we end up in a very similar deck, but, you know, it's whatever. We did never get to cast Emoti in our last draft, which is really sad. That was a cool card to get, and it just didn't work out. This can only copy instants and sorceries. It's worth remembering. Okay, Order of the Mirror is not bad. It is another card we had in our last draft. Don't hate the Tranquil Cove potential pick. Scornblade Berserker is not terrible either, so... Yeah, we might be Simic twice in a row. I don't think we're necessarily completely locked in yet, but... And this pack kind of doesn't make me want to be there. So, Nezumi Freewheeler is really good if we were blue-black. Traumatic Revelation's okay. Heal Slasher's okay. We could take a land. I think Freewheeler's good enough to just grab it here. I mean, the other stuff in this pack is not great in green or blue. I mean, you know, I usually want one meeting of minds in my blue decks. But the Freewheeler is good enough that I think we take it. One of the great things about companions is that they're hybrid. So as long as I end up in blue something, I can play Lutri, you know. So. Okay, so we got a Vanquish the Weak and a Scornblade Berserker. So I feel like we made the right choice here. Vanquish the Weak is a good removal spell. And Scornblade Berserker is nice at setting up some card draw, sacrifice stuff. This is a spell. Maybe I should be grabbing one, you know, that we can copy over a good 1-drop. Yeah, we'll take this. We'll take the removal. Splashing one of these is not a terrible plan. All right, we'll take Dreg Cycler now. Does make us want to do sacrificey things a little bit more. Which, you know, we have some ways to do it, but like the 1-mana 0/1 we passed would be pretty good. So, Blue-Black is a deck that's about milling and getting extra value. Like, you know, a lot of the cards have this reverse threshold effect, where if our opponent has enough milled cards, we get something out of it. Angelic Intervention's a nice trick. This is a decent trick, too. I'd probably just take Fixing, though. Strixhaven Limited was great. Agreed. Invasion of Ergamon, Jungle Hollow. Yeah, probably Jungle Hollow. All right, Flitting Gorilla is another symmetrical mill card. I do think Ramosian Greatsword is probably too good to still be here. Yeah, we'll take Flitting Gorilla. If we ended up in black-red, Furnace Range would be pretty crazy. I think we'll take another Cycler over Tranquil Cove. We get a Backwater. We're getting a lot of fixing. Powerful white rare here. It's not insane or anything, but it is powerful. Skyclave Aerialist is great. Scornblade Berserker's good with our Dreg Cyclers. Ichor Drinker's a nice 1-drop. Rona isn't bad. And I like Unseal the Necropolis, too. I think Aerialist is probably just the best, though. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance Rona wheels. This doesn't mill us or anything. It's just such a good rate that it's hard to say no to. I do think pack one, pick one. The pick in this pack is probably Guardian of Girapur. But I think the second best card in the pack probably is just Skyclave Aerialist, so. Oh boy. Double red. That is a little too challenging, unfortunately. We do have a battle that works well with this deck. It mills both players. Or another Order of the Mirror, but we don't really want more than one. Oh, I forgot I don't want more than one Dreg Recycler. I did forget about that. We did pick it up late, so it's not like a big deal. But we're probably not playing two unless we find another reason to go in that direction. But yeah, we'll take the invasion. You know, force the... Let's force the blue-black battle into our deck, you know. Like, why not? Ooh. Now we get a Yara, which is really good. So, yeah, probably only going to play one Recycler. There's a chance we just play Lutri as a main deck card if we end up with multiples of things that are good enough, and if we don't really end up with enough good spells to copy. But just having access to an 8th card, I mean, you'd have to pay 3 mana for it now. It's so wild that originally you could just cast it whenever. Oh, early Ikoria Limited was a crazy thing. The first, like, 6 weeks or whatever. So we have another companion. This one's not actually very easy to make your companion in the format, though. So it's not in our colors either, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, Final Flourish is pretty good removal. All of these black cards are pretty solid. I think we'd probably take the Flourish. We want spells. It's a good spell. It's also, you know, if we have some bodies to sacrifice, it gets a little better. I think Invasion of Mercadia is one of the better monocolored uncommon battles. You know, this is my pre-playing the format thoughts, of course, but it's as cheap as it is. It has a passable effect, and then it's a pretty insane card if you transform it. Scornblade Berserker, Etched Familiar, and Unsealed Necropolis are all pretty good. I'm thinking Unseal. Maybe I should be taking the 1-drop, though. It feels like I'm going to be able to pick up one of these if I want it. Yeah, let's take the 1-drop. Another Dreg Recycler, which we don't really want to take. It's not so good that I want to give up my ability to play my companion. Ichor Shade and Furtive Analyst. And we already have 2 if you really want them. But Ichor Shade and Furtive Analyst are both pretty good. I mean, that's an exaggeration, I think, for both. They're both fine, but just have to decide which one I want. I think Ichor Shade is probably slightly better. Okay. I'm not that good at sacrificing things. I don't hate Traumatic Revelation or Zhalfirin Shapecraft. I'm thinking Revelation. 4 mana, 3/3, or make my opponent discard their bomb. Seems reasonable. Another Freewheeler. I'm pretty happy with that. I wouldn't hate an Etched Familiar, but Freewheeler I think is really, really good. We need some more cards that pay us off for milling our opponents pretty badly. But yeah. I don't think it's worth splashing right now. So with 2 Freewheelers, I think they're probably strong enough that we give up on Lutri being our companion. And we just play Lutri as a main deck card, which is a little sad, but I think the Freewheelers are so strong that I'm willing to give it up. Especially if I don't have a ton of good spells to copy or whatever. And it's, you know, it is a downgrade, but Lutri's a pretty good card in general. So it's not exactly a problem. And that may mean we play both Dreg Recyclers too. Right now, these lands aren't really doing anything. So we have this choice. Okay, we've got Rona here too. So we've got Rona, Unseal, and Scornblade. They're all pretty good. I think I'm going to grab Rona now. She's sort of a mill payoff. But yeah, the Freewheeler comes in, mills us both. My deck has ways to take advantage of being milled, including when I transform this and it reanimates a cheap creature from... Not just from my graveyard, notably, but from any graveyard. Tetsuko Umezawa. How many things do you make unblockable right now? I mean, a few things. It's not bad. I think I like it a little more than Etched Host Doombringer in this deck. But maybe not. Maybe I do want a Doombringer. Yeah. I mean, we don't have that many battles, but I think it's an okay top curve card to have. All right, I'll take Thornwood Falls. Thank you for the sub, Swizzle Straw. I don't know why we'd run Bloodfell Caves. Just, to, like, there's not really a reason to, just because of Lutri. I mean, I may as well run another island if I want to run Bloodfell Caves, at least at this point. I'm curious about Render Inert. Overall, I don't think it's very good, but if I had a bunch of battles, I'd think about it. All right, so we'll take an Unsealed Necropolis now. I knew I'd get one if I wanted it. Yeah, we have some thinking to do about companioning Lutri versus not companioning Lutri. One other interesting thing is that blue honestly isn't that open. So there's not a guarantee that we play blue. You know, we have our C double, which is nice, and we have a few powerful blue cards, no doubt, but our deck is mostly black. Oh, man, look at that. Is this strong enough that we just shift into a black-white deck? I mean, it really might be in a world where what we give up is C-double, Lutri, and a few other things. It's worth thinking about, that's for sure. Now, the one thing we lose is that we actually have some reasonable synergy right now, and we would just sort of become a black-white good stuff deck. But this is really, really strong. My options otherwise are Phyrexian Gargantua, Tidal Terror. I mean, yeah, let's take it. If we don't see anything else good in white, and if we don't see, like, you know... blue cards that are really great, we may think... It's not guaranteed that I'm going to do it, but I think it's worth thinking about, I guess. Another C double. We are seeing double. That is interesting. It does, like, lock in the fact that Lutri's not going to happen, but I think 2 C doubles is probably pretty close to as good as a Boonbringer, especially because we're pretty good at milling ourselves. So I think I'm going to go for it. Another Kahira. So, Invasion of Xerex is a pretty good one, battle-wise. We don't have lands that help us with it, though. Consuming Aetherborn's not bad. I don't think Annihilate Essence is terrible. I'm leaning towards taking the Invasion. Yeah. See if we pick up the Fixing. Seems strong enough to do over what our other options are here. So yeah, now we have 2 very strong duplicates, which is funny, you know, for taking Lutri, but Lutri will just hang out in the main deck. This is another really strong uncommon battle. As far as Dispersal's not bad, but maybe I just want another Scornblade Berserker. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning. Seems like such a good 1-drop that just does so much stuff for what you pay for it that it's hard for me to be down on it. We will not be playing Invasion of Xerex. At this point, anyway. Could change. Do I want another Order of the Mirror? I don't really want a second unseal. I think the first one's important. Second one less so. I think we will take another Order. It is hilarious that Lutri... We got Lutri and we got 2 C doubles. Like, I agree. And we don't even have that many instants and sorceries, but it's a 3-mana 3/2 with Flash with upside, so, you know, it's going to be in our deck. But... yeah, you know, we want to copy our... We're probably not running Render Inert, I don't think. I kind of want someone else to show me that card's good rather than force it myself. Artistic Refusal's not particularly great, I don't think. It's not bad, but I think maybe... This mills me and my opponent, but it's also pretty weak, especially because we... I mean, I guess getting back C doubles is hilarious, but... Yeah, okay. Let's go for the synergy pick. Go for the card that mills us. Another Berserker. Yeah, okay. I could take Eyes. Maybe I want a first Eyes over another Berserker. I don't hate that. Yeah. Gives us another spell, too. And we get another Berserker anyway. Do I want a Cryptomancer or a Shapecrypt more? I mean... I have a few good sacrifice outlets, but it's not such a big part of my game that I, like, desperately need one. I do like that this can protect things. Tandem Takedown's really good. I probably do take another Berserker. 1-drops lately, it's hard to sleep on them, you know. They've all been so good lately that... We're not great with Oculus Whelp. Herbology Instructor is nice. I mean, we'll take Oculus Whelp, but I kind of doubt we play it. Our last deck liked it. This one, not so much. So another Render Inert. Ooh. Informant and Oilcaster. I'd probably take the Oilcaster. Like, I want to push the blue-black synergy as much as I can and see if it works out, basically. I think Informant might be better. But I think having as many self-mill things and things that like it when I have enough cards in my graveyard as possible... should be interesting. Or my opponent's graveyard as possible. A Berserker with 0 power. Yeah, that's a little weird. Flavor-wise. Alright, we get a Meeting of Minds. It may actually make the cut. Couple of good green cards still left. All right. I don't feel as good about this deck as I did our first one. Of course, our first one ended up not doing great, even though it was cool. We are not companioning Lutri, but we got too many good duplicates of things, I think. So, I mean, I think I probably have enough, like, little card advantage things that I don't run Meeting of the Minds. Probably don't run Traumatic Revelation in the end. Ayara is, you know, a good sack outlet, but she's not particularly good with Sunblade, Scornblade Berserker. Not terrible, but... I don't love Flitting Gorilla. Like, it is a self-mill thing, but it's probably our weakest one. Well, Oilcaster might be, but I want to try it out a little more. But yeah, we don't have... Yeah, I think we'll cut Gorilla. Probably cut Animate Essence. Does mean we don't have that many cards that Lutri copies now, and we are kind of getting to a point where it's like, am I supposed to cut it? Especially because, like, the next cards on the chopping block are, like, Eyes of Gataxias, I think. Gosh. It's going to be kind of sad if we took a Lutri and don't play it. Especially because we took it over a really good green card, but I guess green did end up being super open, although if we hadn't passed a really good green card, it might have been, so. But yeah, I'm sort of leaning towards cutting Eyes and then Lutri, because at that point, the only spells I have that Lutri can copy are 3. I'll have 3 spells that Lutri can copy. Rona, I think, you know, she's a spell payoff, but I think the fact she comes back from our graveyard is going to be relevant enough in this deck that I leave her in. But yeah, I think we don't play Lutri in the end. That's quite sad. All right. Okay, this should be interesting. Should have changed my camera during the draft. Apologies. We do have 2C doubles, which is really strong. And lots of other really good cards. Not to mention a fair bit of blue-black synergy. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we play a turn 1 Berserker and just have it put a counter on itself. Then we will attack. Play Order of the Mirror. I can transform this turn, like if they played something that made me want to do it. I think we probably just play Scornblade Berserker here and put a counter on the order, though. And then next turn we could play Ichor and sack this to draw a card. That doesn't seem bad. I mean, I could try to use more mana, but the fact that they can respond with bounce spells and stuff, like, that's going to be worse than just playing out the Berserker. Like, if I try to transform this. So I think we'll play Berserker. See what they do. Put a counter here. See what they do. So now, at least, if they do target it to kill the order, I can sacrifice it. I mean, I don't think they're going to, but... I do use less of my mana here, which is, you know, not usually ideal in limited, but... I could sack it so they don't draw a card, but it's not worth that. I think we let them draw the card and move on from there. There are situations where that might be worth it. This just wasn't one of them. Okay, there's Freewheeler. Well, I was thinking... So I think we transform this now. It'll be a 4/4, and this ability makes it basically impossible to block. So... crank in for 4 here, hopefully. I probably will sack the 0-1 now. I didn't see a reason to do it yet. I mean, maybe it was just what I was supposed to do, because I had the mana to do it. We know we can reanimate it with our Freewheeler once it transforms, which is cool. Yeah, you get 2 bodies here. Now I think we will do this. Oh, hello. Okay, so we attack with the order. They can't actually kill it, even if they triple block it. That ability lines up so well right now that it's hilarious. Yeah, so we'll attack. They will chump. I could play Ichor Shade to get the counter, but I think playing this and threatening to transform it, plus it has Menace, it's probably just better. We are up to 4 cards in our graveyard, and our opponent is up to 4 also. We did mill a bunch of good stuff. I shouldn't say that because I know a lot of newer players have a tendency to think milling things like doing this means mill is bad, but it's not. It is, you know, it is kind of a bummer compared to like milling a bunch of lands right now, but it's not. Don't let that outcome make you think milling is bad, I guess is what my point is. Do I sack my Berserker? Okay. I think we do. And then we're going to transform this on our turn, probably. Yeah. So then we go like this. Do I want Alabaster Host Sanctifier or... Oh yeah, I can actually get all of these things back. I guess I want the flyer, because then I can transform it, potentially. Yeah, so let's get our Skyclave Aerialist back. And then we swing in with both of these. Okay, so we're going to kill... Are they in... Do I need to be worried about them? I should be worried about them flickering something than I should reanimating something. So let's kill the actual creature and a token instead of 2 tokens. Do I take 6 here? I think I probably do, but maybe not. Transforming this is a little risky, just because I don't really want to pay too much more life. But, yeah, I probably don't. I think we'll take 6. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could play Strobe Knight or Ichor Shade next turn and then leave up mana for C double. Which is pretty spicy. Well, I was right to be worried about flickering. It's official. Yeah, that's annoying. This was all very bad for us, this whole sequence. Things just went very sideways in a hurry. So, I can still play one of these and then leave up. It probably makes more sense now. What am I going to do with C double exactly? I'm probably going to have to copy a Knight of the New Coalition to get 2 bodies. And that makes me think maybe playing Strobe Knight is better here. But Ichor Shade can block all the 2/2s. Yeah. The problem is I'm going to have 2 flyers attacking me. And that's a pretty big problem. So, let's do this. I guess it'll depend on how they attack us, how I use C double here. They're going to convoke something here, I think. I Things were going so well for us, and then that turn where they played Guardian of Girapur, flickered this, and then also played a Sigiled Sentinel was brutal. Oh my. Okay. Can my C double... Should I have copied that? I don't think... Nah, it wouldn't have saved our lives. Let's see how they attack us. I think we're dead, even if... Oh, wait. If I play C double, I can untap one of my creatures. I don't know that there's a good... What's the best way to not die here? So I could play C double, flicker this. If I flicker this, it comes back as a 2/1, so that's a bummer. I could go after this, so that I have another flyer to block, and then a 1/1 to block, but I'm still dead if I do that. Oh, you're right. It doesn't happen till the end. So we definitely want to copy their knight. Then we go like this, and we're still dead. But, you know, we tried. We tried not to be. Well, that was fun. Seems like we've had a couple games that sort of turned on a dime now. And not in our favor. That game started so well for us, and then it was just... They had that insane value turn, and it was like, oh, okay. We had such a good start. We had a crazy turn where we were able to transform this and attack with something else, and things were just... They were just going really well. You know? And then they weren't. I should have gotten back their lifelinker when I could have. Okay. I'm guessing they're taking something from me here. Freewheeler makes sense. It's pretty gross. We just drew another one, though. So let's attack them. Unfortunately, this is only a destroy effect. I mean, I think we'd probably still use it. Because it's not an exile effect, they're going to drain us, but that's probably okay. So next turn we can play a freewheeler, which is good. You know, unless they don't let us. So, yeah, let's play Freewheeler. We're going to be pretty good at doing some self-mill in this particular game. And milling them, of course. Thank you for the sub and gift sub, Hefty Lefties. We did mill one of our C doubles, but we can get it back with Halo Charge Scob if we really want to. Right, they do kill our Freewheeler. But we also have Unsealed and Necropolis to get things back. They're at 6 cards in Graveyard, which is good. In terms of our payoffs, that is not good. I think we might be dead. That's how bad it is. I can get back Vanquish the Weak and hopefully kill it before things get really bad. I guess right now, it doesn't do that much for them. Yeah. I guess we're not completely dead. So yeah, we have to play Halo Charge Scob, get back Vanquish the Weak, and kill Wrinkle and Torbran that way. That is the plan. Take this. It would be nice to get back something spicier, but like our C double. But copying their thing isn't nearly as good as just killing it, so. So their Oilcaster not too far from getting the activation going. But yeah, obviously we have to kill. It'll be a menace, scary creature now, but we have to kill Rankle and Torbrand here. Do I also play Dreg Recycler here? Probably. Unseal, get back Freewheeler. I get back 2 Freewheelers, I guess, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, if they have removal here, I'm not liking how things are looking. Sure feels like they have removal as much as they're hovering over our cards. No attack. A little surprised by that, but also happy. So I think we attack now with Halo Charge Scob. And do I want to play Ayara? Or do I want to play Unseal? If I unseal and get back a 2-drop, I can play it right away. That seems pretty good. I'm hoping they don't have their own unseal to get back Rankle and Torbrand. That will not be fun. Yeah, I think we play Ayara. Unseal wouldn't turn off the Oilcaster because it also mills 3 cards. So that does not work. I think Ayara might be dead. I can at least sack her and drain a life. Which obviously that means I can't block Oilcaster, but you know. Yeah, that's the weird sort of tension about the self-mill deck is if you're also playing against a self-mill deck, you like help them out. And this is what this is showing here. But, you know, that's cool. So I think we probably just take 5 here. Yeah. Alright, so we will sack her and drain a life. I also don't get a treasure, which hopefully they were counting on. I think we're going to leave this in play because we're sort of racing now. And extra damage seems pretty good, yeah. So let's attack them for 7. Play Order of the Mirror. And leave up our Unseal. Yeah, obviously we can't block, so we're taking 5. Interesting. I guess it's going to be better to unseal. Oh, it's creature or battle. So it's not better to unseal. Yeah, never mind. Enjoy your 3/3, which is pretty good on this board, admittedly. So, it seems like with their life this low, we really want to grab Ayara. And Freewheeler's pretty powerful too. But maybe just another body that draws me a card is better. Because I could play both next turn. I could do the same with the 2-drop, but... yeah, let's get a Menace creature. Plus Ayara. I would have to pay life to transform here, which I don't love. But they're probably dead here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to attack with Halo Charge Scob here. That's like the safe play. If their plan here is just to chump, then we're pretty happy, frankly. Yeah, that is their plan. So let's play Ayara here. Just not worth paying the life right now with a Menace creature in play and everything. So, so we're just going to pass. I think what we're going to do here probably is double block with the Order and Scornblade. Okay, they don't attack us, so it doesn't matter. Well, that was fun. Still haven't gotten to do C double, but we did do some silly graveyard things, so I can't be too upset. Okay, looks pretty good. We're going to need some more mana, of course, but we'll draw it, right? Okay, well, we at least draw it. At least we drew another 2, and I do think we play it because if we can transform it, if the board is such that we want to transform it next turn, we should try to set that up. Ooh. Okay. We haven't actually had someone use a battle against us yet, interestingly. We did not draw a land. Nope, we went 1 and 3. We had a couple bad luck games. We got killed by a sweet combo one game. We had one game where we got to go off with like a blue-green transform deck, but it's a little disappointing. This is looking like we might have another time where we kept a 2-lander and then don't draw our 3rd land. It's really not worth attacking. Like, if I had a 3rd land here, it definitely would be like I'd transform and attack. But attacking to kill this, just so they can't attack this, probably isn't worth it. I'm just going to play Dreg Cycler. Do they attack the invasion or do they attack me? Probably the invasion, I would think. They get a vehicle. No, they go for me. Okay, we did draw a 3rd land. I think I play my battle here. Yeah. Let's play our battle. I could play Ickershade. Could transform this, but I think we're going to get our battle online here. Makes them discard. We draw a card. Sets up the graveyards a little bit. It is a bummer to put both of those in, but hey. The knight only kills the looter in combat if I transform it, so it doesn't really help that much. So they have 4 cards in the graveyard. You can only transform at sorcery speed. It's worth remembering. Otherwise, yeah, that's probably what I would have done. They attack me again. See, I think this is a situation where they should... I don't know. If they don't feel like they have the means, or if they have something like that, okay, yeah. If they have something like that, they're like, yeah, I can just... I can just wait to attack the battle. Not good. Not great. Okay. So let's play Scornblade Berserker. And stick a counter on Order of the Mirror. That way I can at least try to double block War Train Slasher. And then we'll play another Order of the Mirror. Pass the turn. We have been punished for keeping 2 landers today. Oh, God. That is some... I'm a little surprised they don't want to attack at all. Okay. So, options here. I could play a Yara, or I could sack something and play Ickershade, so it's a 3/4 all on its own. Seems like playing Freewheeler's pretty good. No matter what I do, I don't really have a good attack or anything. I mean, and the blocks don't line up super well. If I leave mana up, I can at least sack a Scornblade Berserker, but I can sack with Dreg Cycler too, which is okay. Alright, so let's play our Freewheeler. Get to milling. We milled 3 lands, which... Yeah, I mean, we can cast everything in our hand at least, so there's that. And then we'll pass the turn. Meeting of the Minds. Yeah, that's pretty sweet here. That's why they decided not to attack, I suppose. I feel like if they attack the battle, I mean, it's going to be a 2/4 with crew 1, which isn't great news for us, but I'm not incredibly alarmed about it either. They have drawn more than us, so we have like an outside shot at milling them out just because of what our deck does. Okay, I think that does mean we go ahead and sack it. It does mean it's going to be hard for us to block the War Train Slashers this turn, but I think that's probably okay. Also keeps them from incubating. They have really good attacks here. Well, now they're definitely really good. We're going to put it on the bottom since we have another one in our hand. Yeah, so they are going to transform this. Not worth blocking. Yeah, don't feel like we're in a great spot here. You know, the fact we have this battle is what's keeping them from being more aggressive, and that part's nice, I guess. Let's play another freewheeler. Ooh, they had a rampaging raptor. I'm glad we milled that. They're not exactly in colors that are good at getting back rampaging raptor. What are we going to reanimate if we get to finally do that? Probably just an Order or a Scornblade Berserker. Trailblazing Historian's not bad, actually. Oh, God. Time for Menace and Double Strike. Yeah, we're just getting beat down by, like, decks that are better at attacking than us, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Okay. I think I might just be taking 10 here. A double block is just so bad. I mean, I could block with, like, Berserker and Order and drain one. Do I think that's worth it, though? I mean, it's not terrible, especially if I can transform my freewheeler. But it's pretty bad. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think we do it. Don't love it, but I think we do it. All right, so we can transform Freewheeler and reanimate something. It's not bad. Probably our best play. So, I think maybe getting back Scornblade is better because it lets me make my Flesh Wheeler a 5/6. Which is pretty beefy. Yeah. Let's get a Berserker back. Make Flesh Wheeler a 5/6. Still don't really have good attacks, though. No Lutri. We ended up getting cards that made it not make sense to play Lutri. I need removal, and it's not like we don't have any, so it would be sweet if it would show up for us. Yeah, it's for 3 now in the air. This Fearless Scald has a pretty good attack still. I mean, I can't block it effectively. I'd have to give up my Flesh Wheeler. And the Menace creatures can still attack pretty well, too. I'm hoping they just attack us with that, though, and they do, which I can live with. Okay, so we can get C double back now, and we have it fully online, which is probably just what we want to do. I was going to do, like, some sacrifice things, but if I can get C double back, things get interesting. I could play a creature spell, copy it, and then copy a creature that's already in play. So, yeah, let's play our Halo Charge Scob here. Ooh, are they going to counter that? Or is it just a stick because they can transform this? Well, Final Flourish. It's pretty tempting as well, but C double probably is just better. Although, we can't cast it next turn and cast Dreg Cycler, copy it, and everything because we don't have the mana. So maybe I just want Final Flourish. Copying Fearless Scald is pretty awesome, though. Man. Yeah, let's grab the C double. Getting another beefy creature in play is nice right now. Now I can block Fearless Scald without being too terrified. Thank you for the sub, Haft Bar. That's pretty good. They can transform it here if they really want to, or, you know, just do that. Ooh, okay. That is not great. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attack with Hideous Flesh Wheeler the Invasion of Amonkhet and threaten to use C double to copy Fearless Scald to give it double strike and a counter. Seems pretty good. If I attack Invasion of Amonkhet, I can make a Rampaging Raptor or something. So let's do this. Okay. 6, 7. Yeah. Do still have these flyers to deal with, which is really obnoxious. But yeah. Nothing with flying in the graveyard, right? So I can't make a flyer. I can wreck both of these here if they let me do it anyway. Alright, so let's C double their Scob. It's going to be a sweet play if it actually happens. Oh! Oh, no. That's how things have gone today so far. They had the hexproof. Of course they did. Yeah. Yeah. That pretty much means we're dead. Gosh, that would have been beautiful. We don't get to have the cool plays, though. I was sort of hoping, I mean, maybe I should have assumed they had it, but given that this is a new format, I was sort of hoping they just didn't realize I could copy their creature, or they didn't see the lane that I was taking, but, you know. They did, so they were ready to wreck us. Order of the Mirror off the top. We also can't block their Fearless Skull now, basically, so. Hurry up and kill me. Come on. You're at 18. I have 3 pretty unimpressive creatures in play. You have a board with 4 really good attackers. Please don't tell me you're only going to attack me with that. Oh my gosh. Why? There we go. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. Interesting. So that's probably lethal. Yeah. Now that they're swinging out, it's got to be. I'll take a look, but, you know, 95% sure. We will block you. We will also block you, obviously. And then Dreg Cycler's going to block this. Then we will use... We could draw a card, but gaining life is more likely to keep me alive, so... It wasn't enough, though. I didn't do the math. I would have had to block something else for it to be really, really bad. And it would have been really, really bad, I mean. All right, can we avert going 1-3 in our first 2 drafts? At least in both drafts, even if we do go 1-3 here. We got to go off a couple of times, but yeah, I mean, it hasn't been awesome. And, I mean, I feel like we were just overpowered in that one. You know, it wasn't like bad luck is something I can blame. All right, this looks pretty good. It is a 2-lander, and those haven't gone well for me today in terms of hitting land drops on schedule, but we have a nice 2-drop. We have 2 nice 2-drops now. I think we still play this one. Okay. Do I want to kill that thing? I have a couple different ways I can do it. I think I'd play Aura of the Mirror here to add to the board. I don't think I block. Ooh, now I probably do. Do I? Yeah, probably not, actually. Seems like transforming one of these is pretty good. I mean, if they have removal, the tempo hit's going to hurt, and they can probably transform this. But they do have to have it. Yeah, let's go ahead and transform our aerialist. I'm being really aggressive with like all of the mechanics in this format. The new ones, which I think, you know, is to test things out. Like, I've been transforming maybe more than I will by the end of the format, and playing my battles as soon as I can, and attacking them maybe more than I will. Because, you know, one has to figure these things out. This time I probably do block one of them, especially if they kill my Skyclave Invader here. I will say, in this particular deck, like, I think it's felt like a lot of things are just too expensive against more, like, we've run into like decks that are able to play early efficient creatures, and it's been tough. All right, they could have Inspired Charge here, which would be so devastating. We will go ahead and block Alabaster Host Sanctifier here, and let's see what happens with, yeah. This goes down to 1. Like, if I tried to double block here and they had Inspired Charge, we lose both their creatures and both of theirs live. If they play it now... Okay. It still would have been pretty bad if they played it there, but... Okay. Like, when I say things just feel too expensive, it's like, look at this hand where... I wish I could... Well, I guess I can leave up 2 removal spells, so... Could be worse. Okay, so let's pass. Leave up 2 removal spells. I think that's better than playing out one of our creatures, most likely. Okay. All right, so we're going to block this. Then what happens? Okay, so I'll cast Final Flourish on this. And Vanquish the Weak on this. If they have a response, like, this is the kind of thing we've been doing and our opponents have been able to respond and just destroyed us, kind of looks like that's what they have here. If we do kill the Knight of the New Coalition, I'm not going to be too upset about things, I guess. If they do manage to transform this. It's not great for us, but... Yeah, they've got aerial boost. So, interestingly, they didn't use it to transform the invasion. They used it to kill my creature. Okay, that's not great. We need more cheap creatures, is how it's felt. Like, playing out one thing at a time just hasn't felt like it's been enough. I guess we're going to get back removal with Halo Charge Scob here. Because, yeah, they can animate this next turn and attack. I can at least kill something. So there's that. Okay, forgot about Rona. She hasn't been milled yet. I'm going to go with Vanquish because it can kill more things. I think if I were them, I would have probably... Oh my god. They went hard on battles, and they got good ones. Early access is going okay. We've been experimenting with a lot of things, and so far it hasn't translated to very many wins, but, you know, other than that. So they're not going to attack us this turn. I like that. think we're gonna freewheel here. Could leave up Vanquish. I could play something I'm more willing to trade, too. Like, I don't really want to trade my freewheeler. So, yeah, let's go with Oilcaster. It is actually a pretty good blocker. Not awesome for us. How do you attack? This game is at least interesting from the perspective of figuring out how to block battles. We haven't really had the chance to do it today. I think given that we have Unsealed and Necropolis, we're kind of okay with just doing this. Let's play the Freewheeler. They are going to finally transform one of these now, I think. There goes C double, but we can get it back if we get back our Scob. And we also have another C double, so it's not a catastrophe. It's too bad that costs 3. I guess reanimating the Death Toucher seems pretty good. Yeah, we're finally gonna let them have their Anthem, which isn't good, but they're kind of out of gas. I mean, they do have all of these creatures, obviously, but so yeah, we're definitely getting back the Death Toucher. Right? How it costs 2. Yeah. So let's transform, grab a Death Toucher. Yeah, definitely the best option. End our turn. Mostly we've been very reactive with this deck. I think our first deck was actually good. I think this one's probably not, if I had to guess. We might find our way out of this. I mean, we do have a pretty good advantage here. I can transform this without having to lose life, which is nice. I have Unseal. We're actually in reasonable shape, I guess, in this particular game. What I don't love is that they have 2 Anthem effects. That part's not so good. I do think I'm going to hold on to this land because of Rona. So I think that means we play Ichor Shade here and pass. Alright, so let's unseal. Okay, so I think we get back Ayara and our Scob. So we can get back C double. I mean, we could just get back like a Flyer, I guess. Flyer's pretty good here. But the Scob is pretty beefy and gets us back C double, which is really strong right now. So yeah. Okay. So, let's see. You know, I'm sorry, Rona, but I think we're probably getting rid of you. I mean, not getting rid of you, but not holding onto a land for you anymore. Let's play Halo Charge Scob. Yep, we can actually loop it. The problem is you don't draw the card, but yeah, you can loop it with Halo Charge Scob. And we will stick C double on top. We will also play a Scornblade Berserker. We'll put a counter on Ickershade and then sack the Scornblade Berserker. End our turn. Ickershade becomes a 4/5. Oh, things are going pretty well now, I would say. We're also pretty close to just milling them out, which is hilarious. They have fewer cards than we do. They must have drawn a bunch at some point. How did that happen? Doesn't seem like that should have happened. Okay. So, I think we're going to play Dreg Recycler, cast C double to double it, and then also make a copy of Halo Charge Scob. Yeah. We get to do this, which is fun. Target a creature, we'll make a Scob. Get back C double. End our turn. They're at 5 cards, so... Alright, we got to do something cool in this draft, even if we end up not doing that well in the while. You know, in the hole, I mean. So they're at 5 cards. We don't have a spell. We could double this time, which is kind of sad. So I'd probably just make a copy of Halo Charge Scob, mill them down. Yeah. Mills 2, so yeah. So target a Halo Charge Scob. Make a copy. Put C double on top. Vanquish the Weak is not very useful right now, so I'm just going to play Ayara. So they're at 2 cards. One more mill trigger is all we need. That's pretty funny here, just because, like, they might draw cards off of it. Well, that's cool. We did avert only winning 1, even though I still think our first deck was better. This one obviously has that silly ceiling because we have 2 of those things. So, enemy decking is, to some extent, viable because all of the mill cards in blue-black mill both players. So, you can definitely set up situations where if your opponent has drawn more cards than you or surveilled or whatever, you can mill them out before you get milled out. So, and that's what happened there. All right, pretty good hand. Okay, so this oh good, it can't transform next turn. Thank goodness, because that would be gross. Do I want to play Dreg Recycler and just be willing to trade it? Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do here. I am willing to trade. I have 2 of them. Okay, Vanquish the Weak is pretty good. We're going to play Aerialist here and pass. So we've already got C double. I mean, we don't have 8 cards in the graveyard, but... kill my aerialist. Yeah, they did miss a land drop. Ooh, that thing is good, and I'm glad I have Vanquish the Weak for it, because it seems like an insane sack outlet to me. How insane is it right this second is the question, because maybe I'd rather play Freewheeler. I think I probably would rather play Freewheeler. I can also just leave up Vanquish, because if they try to transform, I can Vanquish in response. I don't even have to wait until in response, actually, because of how that works. So we could transform. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Age Austin. But I think playing something is better. I really don't want them to draw cards. But yeah, so I think we play Freewheeler here. Chiller of Flesh. Okay. We pass. So if something transforms here, I probably block it with Freewheeler if one of these transforms. Okay, yeah, so is it worth transforming here? I mean, worth blocking. I think it probably is. Especially because I have another Freewheeler. Okay. So this time I think I'm just going to pass. If they transform again, I can kill it. I think it's better to leave my mana up, especially because I also have Unseal in my hand. So I think we just pass here. See what happens. Should I have attacked with Aerialist? Probably. I think I've left a few attacks on the table here, thinking about all these complicated new cards. So if they end up not doing anything, I just cast Unseal. Get back Freewheeler and probably Oilcaster, since it'll be set up in the nearish future, but yeah, it's basically too early to come to any really big conclusions about the format other than how it appeared, you know, in the early going. So I'm gonna take 2. Then we'll cast Unseal. Ooh, they have breached the multiverse. Glad that's in the graveyard now. So probably get back a Freewheeler. They're actually at 8, so I don't really desperately need more things, but Freewheeler lets me get back something else that's already in the graveyard. So I think we get back Freewheeler and Ickershade. So now C double will allow us to double a spell and make a copy of a creature. I think that probably means I just attack and pass here. Attack with Aerialist and pass. Okay, well, now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to cast Vanquish the Weak to get a 2-for-1 there. And then we'll cast Ickershade. Ever since I said maybe this deck's not that good, it's been sort of delivering the really sweet blue-black, slow, grindy value kind of deck that I was hoping it would be. They are in a little more danger of milling out than we are right now. All right, so that's going to drain some life, obviously enough. Okay, so we can set up the C double nonsense again. I think that's probably what our plan is. Yeah, so let's pass. Oh, I guess I would have had to cast it first. So I'm not sure what I was thinking there, actually. That was not what I wanted to do. I'm probably still going to cast C double, but it definitely would have been better to cast our Scob there and get back, like, Vanquish the Weak, which can kill either of these, so... You know. Okay. I could copy that. Do I think it's worth it? Probably is. I think I copy this and copy Doombringer. Yeah. Oh, then I can play my Scob and get it back, though. I'm not crazy. So, copy a spell and create a copy. So, target a creature. I think we'd like to have an Etched Host Doombringer, please. So 4 mana, we steal both these creatures. We don't really steal them, we just get our own versions. It's not quite as good as stealing, but, you know, it's good. Oh, they're gonna do that. Okay. I mean, works for me. Okay. Time for Halo Charge Scob shenanigans. There are 13 cards. Okay. I can transform this first if I really want to. Do I want to? I don't think so. I think we'll attack them for 5. Play Halo Charge Scob. Put a C double on top of our library. We're back at it. They're at 10 cards. We're at 12. So transform reanimate something is strong, as we've seen when we've done it. They said good game. Okay, good game. So if we can keep setting this lock up, it's going to feel pretty good. I mean, it's not really a lock, but it's felt like one. Only black mana, but I have a black 2-drop and a black 4-drop. I'm on the draw. It's probably keepable. Not going to feel keepable if we draw every blue card in our deck, but, you know. I could play Drag Recycler here, but then they just transform this and I can't block anyway. I think I'm going to play this dual land so that I can get set up on my blue mana. Yeah, they are kind of ahead of me now, I would say. Let's play Strobe Knight, and the next turn we can double spell and make a 2/2, which would be really good if they let us do it. Okay. We're going to take 4. I have an Omen Hawker. This is going to be a pretty good turn, I think. I'm going to remember to attack with it this time. Take this. And then Recycler. I guess the Recyclers line up better than the Orders here. And then we could do it again next turn. Just pretty absurd with the Strobe Knight. All right, they're going to resolve again and try to hit a land. They do hit one this time. They are milling themselves, which might matter. It probably won't, though. So, what am I most worried about here? Do I want to play Vanquish and a creature and then make another 2/2? I think I'm going to attack with this 2/2. See what happens there. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. I mean, I only get to trade... Well, do I want to use Vanquish? I probably use Vanquish here. Yeah. So we'll go Vanquish, kill that. Can you convoke something? It would appear not. And then we'll play Order of the Mirror. Make another 2/2. This game's been a little different than our other ones, where we were, like, doing things a little bit differently. Inga Rune Eyes, that's pretty spicy. We have flipped battles. In our first draft, we flipped one a few times. This deck has not yet. We only have one in the deck, though. So Inga's actually pretty good on a board state like this one, because my opponent can set up a scenario wherein she dies and so do 3 or more other creatures. So that's kind of annoying. Is it freewheeler time, or do I just double spell and crank out another 2/2? I probably just double spell and crank out another 2/2, right? Yeah. Hard not to do that when you have it as an option. Xerix Strobe Knight going off in this one. Even if we lose, and we might, because our opponent has a bunch of mana and card draw and cards. Like, it could definitely happen, but yeah, now they have a Skyclave Aerialist. I need to kill Inga somehow, and then I can really start not being afraid of things. But right now, it's a little hard because... oh god, they have Rona too. Yeah, that's bad. That is very bad. Transforming Rona is a frightening thing, and I can't really do anything about it. So, yeah. He's milling himself by drawing cards, but I think that there's a good chance that we die before that matters. Yeah, so they're going to transform her, unsurprisingly. The good news is we just have a land in our hand, so her trigger isn't that punishing. So I think we're probably going to block her if she attacks us. She may not. She may just be chilling as a 5/5. The good news is we can just keep not having lands in our hand, not having spells in our hand, most likely, so that Rona's trigger isn't going to destroy us. I mean, I would go for mill if I could, but right now I don't have the means. And they are at 12. I can slowly kill them with Dreg Recycler, potentially. But I think we want to wait till our turn if we're going to do it because of Ichor Shade. Okay. That is pretty spicy. Mill some more cards. Alright. There's a chance we end up with a card in our hand that we don't want Rona to steal, but that's okay. Well, there's the other Rona. And we don't end up with a card that we don't want Rona to steal. So let's play Scornblade here. Make our Xerix Strobe Knight into a 3/3. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I'm about to use its ability, so... Yeah. I could attack here. I can threaten to attack here and scare them. Yeah, it's a free attack, so... I guess we're going to attack with Xerx Strobe Knight here and see what happens. We'll attack them. Okay, so... We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Oh, actually, would I rather draw a card than drain a life? Yeah, I don't have to tap them to do that. Although if I draw a card that they can get with Rona, that's bad. So yeah, let's go for the gain a life here. And we'll end our turn. Get a counter on Ichor Shade. That is another card milled. And it's one that isn't nearly as good when you have to play it now. So, I like it. They reveal a land. If we draw a land, we just get to play Rona this next turn, which isn't bad. Do they attack us for 4? Is the question. So they can make this a 6/6 now. Alright. This all makes sense. But we are going to block her with... I don't really see myself transforming these anytime soon, but she does have trample. So, yeah, let's do it like this. And then that's a 3/3, so you can put a counter on it. Oh, it gives -1/-1 to my things if they block it, which isn't great. So, but I can block it and then just sack something, but that's not that good. Do I really want to take 8 here, though? Probably not. I think we just block and then sack. Yeah, block and then sack. Seems fine. So they are going to get my land. I guess I should have just played this land so that they didn't get anything, but, you know. So... I can steal Rona if I transform, but I also go to 5, and I'm still dealing with a bunch of flyers. So that's not great. What Death Toucher are we talking about here? I don't think I had a Death Toucher, is the answer. Okay. Alright, so we're going to play Ayara here. Is it worth sacking something here to make this a 4/5? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, they can make one of those into a 3/3 now. They may just be able to kill us before we can kill them. Which is unfortunate. But they have quite the impressive board. And they're tapping a bunch of mana, which I don't love. Ooh, that's bad. Okay. Well, we go up to 9. Then what happens? Okay, so Ichor Shade can block this. Are 3 creatures going to die if I block Inga? I don't really have a choice, though. Yeah, our games have mostly been looking like this. We did have one opponent kill us really quickly, but... God, I hate Inga. Maybe it's better to kill her, because then I don't have to worry as much about the effect later, but I kind of have to block both things. So I guess I just have to let them draw 3 cards. Because 1, 2, 3 things will die. Freaking Inga. Wait a second. How much life do they have? They can hit me for 8 here. Maybe I just take 8 and hope I can find a way to do lethal to them next turn using Ayara plus Freewheeler and whatnot. Although I can't transform the Freewheeler. You guys keep talking about mill, and yes, we want to game that way, but we don't have any mill in our hand right now, and we're going to be dead before it matters. So we don't really want them to draw the cards. So maybe the best thing to do is just to chump block Inga. In which case, if I'm going to chump block, I may as well do this. That way 2 things die. Yeah. I go to 4. Oh, 3 things still died, huh? After all that thinking, I still effed it up. They're at 8. Ayara can flip my battle, and I can make it a copy of anything. Well, well, well. What will this allow us to do? We can copy a spell and a creature. Oh yeah, the sacrifice earlier. Yeah, that'll do it. Will allow me to mill them more potentially. So if I attack them, so yeah, I could flip the battle. Do I really want to though? I think I'm going to pass and hope they run into something that C-double allows me to take advantage of. I think that's our best bet here. C-double has been good today. Yeah, flipping the battle, copying both. Yeah. The only problem is we're still dead to flyers if that's what we do. However, we can do this. Copy target spell, create a token that's a copy of a creature. If I'm going to make a token of something... Uh-oh, I'm like out of time. We need a flyer, so... I guess I'm going to grab the flyer that also can block the other flyers well. Then we copy Shatter the Spire and kill the other flyer. And then... guess I'm going to do this. We're still in very grave danger. But that was sweet, wasn't it? C-double. C-double has been good. That is not good. Okay. I can kill something. But I probably wait to do it at instant speed. The awful thing is that when these transform, they're going to make me sacrifice something, and that's not going to be something I can survive very well. Am I supposed to transform Nezumi Freewheeler here? Go to 3. Get a... nothing. Yeah, there's nothing good enough. So I think we just pass and hope they're afraid. But I don't think they will be. They have a bunch of mana. They can transform these twice. Although, if they transform both, they go to 3. They go to 3 life. So I might be able to find a way to do lethal. Oh. They had... yeah, they only transformed 1 is what happened. I do not like this. I said Sam I am. Okay, so we're going to take the hit here. See what happens. They make 2 elementals. Can I find a way to swing in for lethal here before they can kill us? If I cast Final Flourish here, sack one of my creatures, kill their flyer, attack for 2, I can only drop them to 1. Yeah, if they flipped both, I would have found a way to kill them here. If I could get Rona in play somehow, it would be enough. So, we do have other removal. I think the thing to do here probably is try to kill this and then find a way to do 1 more damage somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, though. I'm not going to do it yet. Oh! How about that? Okay. This lines up perfectly. So we put a counter here. We cast Final Flourish. We're going to sacrifice an artifact or a creature. We're going to target their flyer. We're going to sacrifice our Berserker. Do we get there off the lucky top deck? Attack them for 3. And then... woo! Yeah, ever since I said this deck might not be very good, it has been delivering the goods. Like, we've drawn really well and everything. Guess I should have spoken poorly about it to begin with. Yeah, that game was awesome. That game was awesome. I guess I still had, like, all my Berserkers in my deck, because we have 3 of them, so... We're on the draw. I think I can keep this, but it is a little sketchy. Maybe it's not worth keeping. Yeah, it's not worth keeping. I'm glad I did that. Recycler. I mean, the Freewheeler is kind of expensive, a ways away from being cast. We don't currently have double black for Ayara, but obviously they're better. I think we put Recycler back, even though it did just help us win the game. Will we actually flip the invasion? I mean, the invasion's been good because this deck can take enough advantage of the triggers. Okay. This one I think is really good, like I said during the draft, so I don't love seeing it. I don't love the fact that I have to defend it now, but, you know. We'll try. We'll try to defend it. Yeah, the board states do seem quite complicated. Ooh. So she went all in on battles, which is what I wanted to do, but I haven't really... I guess our first deck had several. But she's in the red-green battles deck, straight up here. Which probably means... Okay, no, they played a creature, unfortunately for us. If they hadn't played a creature, I would have played Invasion of Amonkhet, but... Now I probably am supposed to play Ayara. We can't really let Deep Root Wayfinder hit us, so if they have removal here, it's going to feel brutal. But... okay, it's just a War Train Slasher, no big deal. Man. I do not currently have a good way to block War Train Slasher, which is really bad news for me. So I think we just play Freewheeler and pass, and... yeah, that's the best I can do, unfortunately. I wouldn't block the Slasher well. It has Menace, so... ooh. Okay. So then they can attack me, or, well, they'll attack a battle, I'm sure. God. Oh, if this double block does not work, it is so bad. And I don't think if I double block, I'm just not going to be able to protect this battle in the future. So it's like kind of a mess. I do not have a good situation here. If I let them have a 2/3/3 that cranks out these elementals, that's not good for me. But I think it's probably better than us double blocking, so... unfortunately for me, I think that's the best option. Yeah, she has a sweet deck. That is for sure. Alright, so let's play Freewheeler number 2. Let's play Berserker. It didn't matter whether they had a trick. I was getting blown out no matter what I did there. I could have double blocked and killed it, but then I have no board to speak of. And then we're too far behind to stop them from blowing up the invasion, from destroying their other invasion. I guess it's actually worth putting the counter on Order of the Mirror, because then I can use Order of the Mirror plus Berserker to block the Slasher. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Any exciting things for me to reanimate? Thrill Seeker costs 3. We would just be getting back in order, which is fine, but, you know. Yeah, big creature. What's up? Big menace creature. Sort of interesting she did that now. Do I want to play my invasion? Or do I want to transform a freewheeler? I mean, if I wait to transform the freewheelers, I might have something better to reanimate. But getting back in order really isn't bad. The invasion does make them discard what's in their hand and draw me a card. Yeah, let's play our invasion. Ooh. So yeah, there's an herbology instructor in the graveyard now, which I am pretty happy about. So I could transform my Order of the Mirror now. I guess I probably do. And we'll end our turn. Yeah, the battles have been, I think, about what I expected them to be. I mean, I haven't seen a ton yet, but, you know, they are uncommons after all. But it does feel like most of them are good enough on the front to be worth playing. And then if you can ever transform them, it's going to hurt. I mean, I think the Herd Beast is probably supposed to look weird. It's from Ikoria, you know? There's some weird things going on in that plane. Yeah, so they're going to get a 3-4. They won't get anything other than a 3-4, because its ability won't matter. So I think I just let all of this hit it and give them that 3-4, and then we try to have a better turn next turn, more or less. I do kind of like the idea of killing Chiron Flameright, and I can actually... It's a 2 mana, right? I could actually steal it from them, which is kind of cool. Yeah, let's kill the Flameright. I think we probably want to kill the Flameright. Let the other things happen. I don't know that what I want to do here is take their battle, because it's not like I'm going to transform it especially well. So, you know. Okay. So, I think we probably take their Herbology Instructor. So our graveyard, we just have those orders. Their graveyard, they have an Herbology Instructor, and they have the Invasion. 2 different Invasions, actually. Is a 3-1 better here than an Herbology? I mean, this can transform and kill something. It's hard for me to say no to that. I do have to wait a turn or whatever, but I can live with it. It's unfortunate they put a counter on that, because I can get fairly close to transforming it right here, but they're not gonna... They didn't let me. She saw that I could do that probably before I thought about it, so... Alright, let's play our Cycler. She has fewer cards than us, so we have that going for us again, potentially. But their board is a lot scarier. This can transform into a 7-5 Menace. The other things aren't as scary anymore, but a 7-5 Menace certainly is. Would have been beautiful that turn if I got to hit this and transform it, but, you know, it's not going to happen. So we'll take 7 here. Need to find removal. I can transform this and kill the Slasher, which is nice. And that is what we're going to do. And we'll go ahead and pay the black, because it's not like we have anything else we can do. And we will kill Wartrain Slasher. Play this land so I can cash in my Berserker at least. I think she has a really good battle deck. So, yeah. So, the situation here is grim. Like, there just aren't good blocks here. I'm going to try to block it, but I'm pretty sure she has something. Am I just supposed to take 7 and hope I draw removal? Yeah, probably. I probably am. The Berserker can help me try to find said removal. So. Oh, you can only activate that as a sorcery. That explains why she did it that way. All makes sense. Okay. Okay. Well, let's play the Berserker. Five, 6 Flesh Wheeler isn't that great. but I guess it's not bad either. I could block with Berserker plus Flesh Wheeler. It's not terrible. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so we're going to try. We're going to try this. See how it goes. I have a feeling the answer is not very well. Okay, so I'm going to sack this. How many Scornblade Berserkers am I going to draw in a row? Okay, so we do kill that. That did happen. If we can draw really well, we can maybe find our way out of this. That's pretty good right now. So yeah, we play Oilcaster as a 5/4 menace. We'll play Scornblade Berserker. Put a counter on Malady Invoker. We are at equal number of cards now since I've sacked so many Berserkers, so I would potentially mill out first. She does draw before me, though. But yeah, do we just want to end the turn? Or do I want to get in there with Malady Invoker? Nah, I think we end the turn. We don't have much going on. Okay. Do I draw? Probably yes. Oh, hello. Isn't that interesting? That's pretty good, too. So right now, we're actually in more danger of milling ourselves out first. So we need to do something. It's funny to say. Does my Oilcaster attack here? If I could get them to set up a double block, I guess I can kill that and attack with the Oilcaster. That's not terrible. So, yeah, let's vanquish this. Am I supposed to attack them at this point? Probably. Yeah. Both mill a card. So, the reason I didn't wait for a double block is they were probably just going to triple block. But I guess I could have, if they did, I may have found a better opening. So we're going to go down to 3 here, but we now have a 2/4. I could have just put that in my hand, I guess. We're in good shape here. Like, we should be able to outrace them, theoretically. Theoretically. Have we milled any C doubles? Just one. So there is another one in our deck, which would obviously break this thing wide open, potentially. So it does feel like control decks are a little more real, because that's basically what this deck ended up being for the most part. And, oh, there it is. Okay. So... all right, well... gotta make sure I don't take lethal, potentially, here on the backswing. But I think we're okay, thanks to C double. Oh, hey, Rona. Another random land would be cool. Okay, so they're going to go... Wait, that means she's dead if she takes 7. Do you think she can gain life at instant speed? Let's find out. Okay, she scooped. I was very uncertain about whether that would work. But we've had a couple of games now where we sort of played rope-a-dope and then managed to use crazy value, like, you know, transforming our Nezumi and stuff like that to really do well. So I think this is basically how every early access event has gone for me. My first deck didn't do well, and then my second deck did. So again, maybe it's confirmation bias, but she did draw really poorly there. I mean, obviously that's usually the case when you manage to come back from that far behind. Okay, this is definitely a keeper. This deck has been sweet, so this is like the kind of deck that I haven't gotten to play with in Limited for a very long time. You just don't see them lately. We have like this cool mill synergy and all of this like value engine type stuff that is a joy to play. Ickershade's been a little better than I expected so far. I mean, we have a small sample size. It's not like I'm gonna... I wonder if I'm just supposed to attack here and then play Ickershade. If they, block. If they don't block, it stinks a little, but I do think it's what we do. Okay. That's fine. I get to surveil. Now we play Ickershade, which will be a 3/4. See, that feels pretty good. That sort of exchange where you trade and then on turn 3 play a 3/4. Like, you know, they're going to kill it, but it feels pretty good. Two cards in their graveyard, so we're nowhere close to getting this going. But we do have Unseal in our hand, so... Yeah, no, I mean, I thought the Berserker would be pretty good, but it probably has been even a little better than I expected. That's annoying. Do I just transform and attack them? Yeah, I guess so. Knotfold Hermit is scary, and right now I can't really do anything about it. It's not the end of the world yet because it doesn't have a friend in play. They also need one more land to transform it, which they may or may not have. Dreg Recycler in this particular deck has definitely been better than I expected too. There have been a couple of games where it was key. Ooh, this is bad. So they're going to transform this immediately, which is less than ideal. And they ramp. This is the kind of turn we haven't really seen yet with a battle where someone just plays it, transforms it, no questions asked. That is a powerful thing when you can make it happen. I do still have good attacks this turn is the good news for us. And I think we take them. Alright, so that's... I could Vanquish it now, but I think just playing Freewheeler is better. Should I have just played the Freewheeler anyway so that this was bigger? Probably. That was probably not optimal. Now we have a 5/4 Oilcaster. I only have 3 Berserkers, but yes, they were wheeling. They were flowing readily around the table. So I need a 5th land to transform this. But if I can transform it, I can get back a Berserker. Alright, so they're going to surveil here. Do you attack me? Thinking that's a no. Oh my gosh, you do. Okay, so we're going to take 4. Can I draw a land? I do. I think drawing a land means I just transform my freewheeler. Wait, I chose the wrong option there. So, what do I think is better here? Probably a realer body, like Wary Thespians. Yeah. Yes, please. C-double has been really good, unsurprisingly. It has been maybe a little easier to get going than I expected. So they could transform and attack us for like 10 here. You could also transform this to make a 1-1, which is probably the play they go with, the more defensive play here. Yeah, so they're getting their shields up here, unfortunately. Gonna be, I mean, yeah. We have ways to punch through for the remaining damage, but it'll take a little bit of work. Yeah, we take 4. And now we have to stop attacking for a little bit, I think. Do I play Dreg Recycler here? Or do I leave up C-double? I think playing Dreg Recycler and leaving up Vanquish is probably a little better. Just because I am at low enough life now that I need to be a little concerned about things. Although, I guess I can attack here. They have to double block, and I can use Vanquish pretty effectively. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how they block us here. Alright, so we're going to kill... Ooh, it does make another Saproling. Kind of forgot about that. This is not still the Lutri. Yes, it is the Lutri deck. We're not playing Lutri, though, so... okay. So they do get a Saproling, but we kill Streetwise Negotiator. And then we play Dreg Recycler, so we have 2 bodies in the way, and they have to be worried about this still. A lot of these games have been close. We haven't ever done the Rona thing. We just really haven't... We haven't flooded out, I guess. I'm going to take 4. There aren't that many things that could kill me there that are short instant speed. Okay. Now what am I supposed to do? Yeah, things are kind of bad now because they can transform this. I think I'm probably still supposed to attack with the Flesh Wheeler, though. What happens if I attack with all 3? They block. Yeah, no, just the Flesh Wheeler. I have to pay her cost and discard 2 cards to return her. So they block with 2 Saprolings? Is that their plan here? Sandstalker Moloch, huh? I can copy creatures after they resolve. I can also copy them on the stack, which is what I'm considering doing right now. Doesn't really seem worth it, though, to me. I think just playing Freewheeler is probably going to be more what we need to do. I guess making a creature copy and everything, yeah. Getting 2 bodies here keeps us alive pretty effectively, so we are going to do it. And then we also... I guess we just copy... We'd rather have a 4/5 Menace than a 3/4, so... Oh yeah, they do get to draw because I did that, which is less than ideal, but... Oh my god, it's Skithrix. It actually doesn't kill us, but... So, things could be worse, because it has Infect, so... It will not actually kill us. I could have copied the Hermit, but it wouldn't be bigger this turn. I guess we're going to hit the thing that can kill us in 1 hit. And let the other thing live. End our turn. Because it has Infect, it can't actually kill us here. It can put 4 poison on us, and it can block forever, and those things are bad. Nope, copying a flipped permanent makes the flipped permanent. Unfortunately, you don't get the trigger because it's a transform trigger, but I do get a 4/5 Menace, which is good when your opponent only has 4 life. So... Here's Skithrix. Probably shouldn't have given it the Infect animation, because it's sort of misleading. Oh, hello, Ayara. So, yeah, we play Ayara and potentially can just kill them next turn. That seems pretty good. So, they have to kill me here. Or die. Or kill Ayara. That's an option. That is an option. That's a funny sound that the Infect creature makes. Oh boy, I think we're gonna get there. I think we got there. Oh! I did the wrong thing! I didn't do it right. Oh, okay, never mind, I did. I thought I sacked something that didn't have a mana value for a second there. Whew. Yeah, the drag rate, yeah, I mean, that thing... that thing has done the last point of damage how many times? Luckily, the token did not have 0 mana, but I still should have sacked the other one that would have had a mana value, so... Oh, you're right. If I sacked the other one, it would have been 0. Good call. Good call. Thank you for the resub, Big Buddha. The Nizumi thing that I was really impressed with in the set review has lived up to the hype, I would say. It hasn't been the card that, like, it doesn't do the last point of damage, but it's allowed me to stabilize in, like, at least 3 of these games, right? Where I transformed it, made it bigger, it was a better attacker or whatever, and then got something back. I mean, you don't get an actual trophy. People call it a trophy when you win 7, though, yeah. They call it that from the Magic Online days where you did get, like, something on your... You had, like, there was a tracker that kept track of everybody who went undefeated and So you got a trophy, in a sense. It's kind of interesting they don't do that on here. Okay, so I still should have sacrificed a different permanent to get the win there than I did. So only black mana. We do have a Berserker, which can draw us a card. It's a pretty good hand overall, as long as I draw blue. I feel like the fact I can cash this in makes me want to keep it, especially on the play. Yeah, we're going to keep it. Because going down to 6 on the play is brutal. So I did not want to do it. Okay. I'm not going to sack just yet. Oh, thank goodness. So I think we probably actually want to play our invasion, since we can pressure them right now. We haven't transformed this thing yet. It's done what it's supposed to do, though. Get 4 cards in my opponent's graveyard and draw me a card. We will attack it. Did this just do a cartwheel? Am I seeing things, or did my Berserker just do a cartwheel? So I think we play Strobe Knight. It can continue to pressure the invasion while also, if I double spell next turn, I can crank out a 2/2. So that's pretty good. Ooh. That thing can block forever. Well, now it can't. They've got 4 cards in the graveyard. 2 spells make a 2/2 is probably just what I'm supposed to do here. So right now, I don't have anything that exciting to make my Lazotep convert into. They are almost to where they can use this to destroy something. It's hard to know. It is always too early, but right now I'd say, yeah, the fact that this deck works is a good sign about the format in terms of, like, it can be too far in this direction, potentially, but because we haven't had a format that's too far in this direction in a while, don't think I would be that upset. So, Okay. So it's a lot of flyers that makes my life a lot more difficult than I would like. Man. So, is Freewheeler just the play here? Too far in the direction of being like a grindy format where boards always look like this can be bad, is what I mean. Yeah. Let's just play Freewheeler and pass. Get some more cards in the graveyards. I guess if I vanquish this, I actually had really good attacks there. Yeah, now I don't really. So I'm probably going to regret that. Ooh, I can reanimate a Shanna. Ooh, and they're going aggro here. A little surprised by that. I think I'm just going to take 8. Thank you. So, unfortunately, I can't transform. Didn't get the means to. But I can get Invasion of Amonkhet here. So, let's vanquish the weak on the Connoisseur. then attack. You're going to attack that alone. You're going to attack there. You're going to attack here. You're going to attack there. You're going to attack. I'm going to leave you so I can block and sack you. We're finally going to transform our battle, I think. Unless they have the 1 white mana Elspeth's Smite or whatever. Hello. So, feels like Shanna's probably best. It's just going to be a massive, massive creature. And that's a good thing to be. It's a 10-10. Activate this ability. Now it's an 11-11. They can destroy this now, but they have to spend their whole turn doing it, and then the rest of our board is quite significant. So, and actually, it can't be the target of abilities, so they can't destroy it. They have to destroy it with the spell, not a activated ability. That's hilarious. I will take it, of course. Yeah, they have to kill the freewheeler, which is not amazing. Okay, do I just hold on to this 1-2? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to swing out here. Both our decks ended up being cool today. I mean, I thought this one was cool, but I was pretty discouraged after our start. But we did so many cool things with this deck, including the, like... Alright, I mean, I think this is fine with us. I'll still have 4 creatures. I could use Final Flourish, but it's just not necessary. Okay, they said good game. It's got to 7 wins with our very sweet blue-black deck.